Monday at 8, 7 Central.
Welcome to Net Zero. At the half, Net Zero, defenders of the free world. Not just free internet access, the best internet access. Call 1-800-DEFENDER.
It is halftime at the Staples Center, where the Magic lead the Lakers 54-45. The second game of our tripleheader featured Phoenix against Utah. Late in the fourth quarter, the Suns' Shawn Marion was injured when he fell hard to the floor, and he's been taken to a local hospital. Let's get the latest from Lewis Johnson in Phoenix. Lewis.
Ahmad, yeah, we are outside of Good Samaritan Hospital here in Phoenix. It's about a 10-minute drive from America West Arena. Shawn Marion was brought here about 45 minutes ago, but before he left the arena, something important to report here. He went through a series of x-rays where they looked at his neck and his spine, and everything there showed up negative, so that was the good news. But right now, the biggest concern for Shawn Marion is a concussion. So as we speak, he is inside the hospital having an MRI, and we're waiting on the results from that, Ahmad.
All right, Lewis, thank you very much for staying right on top of that story. And if we get any further updates, we'll pass them along during the second half. In that game, it was the Suns defeating the Jazz 90-80 as Phoenix continues their great play since the All-Star break. They've now won 10 of their last 13 games. They were on they won 3 out of 4 on the road. They are rolling.
They're playing well. In fact, their losses in their last 13 ball games were at Portland, at L.A., and at Philadelphia. They're trying to establish their identity, and that identity is to run, push the ball up offensively, and be a good, sound defensive team. And certainly they're going to need Shawn Marion healthy to be able to do that.
You thought I forgot what I was going to say.
I was going to help you out, though. I was going to throw you a
In the first game of today's tripleheader, it was the Sacramento Kings heading into Madison Square Garden to take on the Knicks. New York won at 88-86 on a jumper by Latrell Sprewell with 7 seconds left. Allen Houston was the Knicks' leading scorer with 21 points. You can say what you want about the West being so superior. You can't tell it to the Knicks. Every time anybody from out there comes into their place, they beat them.
It's going to be difficult to win in that building all year, and if they ever get to the finals, they're going to be a tough out.
All right, turning now to auto racing, the second Winston Cup event of the season, the Duraloop 400, began earlier today in Rockingham, North Carolina. NASCAR and all racing fans paying tribute to the late racing legend Dale Earnhardt before the race at North Carolina's Motor Speedway. The 7-time Winston Cup champion was killed a week ago on the final lap of the Daytona 500. The race was delayed due to rain, but when it started, Dale Earnhardt Jr. was bumped into the wall on the first lap. He was okay, but his car was too damaged to continue. 51 laps into the 393-lap race, the rain returned and the race was postponed until 11 a.m. tomorrow. When action resumes, Stacy Compton will start with the lead, while pole sitter Jeff Gordon will pick up in second place. Coming up, we'll send you back to the Staples Center for the second half between the Lakers and the Magic. Thanks for joining us on the Net Zero at the half.
This has been Net Zero at the half. Net Zero, defenders of the free world. Not just free internet access, the best internet access. Visit www.netzero.net.
Hey, everybody. This looks like fun. How much is this airline paying you people to sit here?
What? You're paying them? You mean like those people who pay for internet access? Why do that when you can just log on to Net Zero?
It's fast, reliable, and it's totally free.
You'll never find a better service.
Ever, ever, ever.
Net Zero. Not just free internet access. The best internet access.
This is Janice. How can I help you, Mr. Walker?
Yes, hi. I was having a bad day today. I've had enough! I decided that I was going to get in my car and, take a drive. Anyway, I took a wrong turn.
Relax. We'll get you home.
Impala with 200 horsepower and, fortunately, OnStar. Chevy Impala. We'll be there.
The NBA on NBC is brought to you by The Best of the West Wing, the 2 Viewers' Choice episodes, tonight at 9, 8 Central on NBC. Welcome back to Staples Center in Los Angeles. Orlando with a 9-point lead on the LA Lakers. Marv Albert along with Doug Collins. And Doug, this is exactly what Doc Rivers was looking for. High energy pressure right from the opening tip. And as a result, he has the commanding lead here at the half.
Well, he knows if the Lakers have a weakness, it's transition defense. Make Shaq continue to run the entire game, and they've done that. Although they've only shot 37%, look what they've done at the free throw line. 8 more rebounds, 13 fast break points to 4, 12 offensive rebounds that led to 14 second chance points. That's exactly the way they want to play, and you're going to see more of it in the second half. The Lakers have to get control of this tempo.
All right, and right here we have report from our ever-expanding sideline staff. Jim Gray and Paul Suttle both working the game today. We'll start with Jim.
All right, thank you, Marv. Well, a bit of an oddity here. Of course, we saw Jess Kersey go down in the first half with a partially torn left Achilles. He has been replaced by Derek Richardson. He will be here in the second half to call the game. He was a guest of Hugh, one of the other officials out there. Hugh had left him some tickets for him and his kids. He is now wearing Jess Kersey's pants, Jess Kersey's shirt, and he had some shoes given to him by the Orlando Magic because they have black shoes. So he is now fully outfitted and will work the second half. Let's go down to Paul Sunderland.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. Wearing all of my own clothes, thank you. I talked to Doc Rivers just a few moments ago. He's very happy with the first half, obviously. Wants to play even faster and was very pleased with the fact that they only turned the ball over 5 times playing at a quick tempo. I asked him about the second half. Said the most important thing is that we pressure the Lakers in the backcourt. Make sure that they don't get into their offense quickly so that Shaquille O'Neal can only touch it once and there's no time for the repost. We can expand no further, Marv. Back to you.
Okay. Thank you, Paul. You know, Doug, I think about Derek Richardson. It is troublesome that an official does not travel with extra power.
Well, I know you travel with a microphone just in case you get to a game and they name you. So I was not even concerned about that with you.
Third quarter is underway. Mike Miller off the rim. Horace Grant opening up front along with Rick Fox and Shaquille O'Neal, Brian Shaw, and Mike Penberthy in the backcourt. J.R. Ryder went hobbling off late in the second quarter. O'Neal with the putback. So the Magic now leading 54-47. You get the idea that Doc Rivers and the Magic have a philosophy similar to as McGrady is able to hit. A National Hockey League team get those shots on goals. 51 shots, as you touched on, by Orlando to 38 for the Lakers in the first half.
Mark, when you're not an overpowering team, you want to be able to get shots quickly, but more importantly, when there's movement, your quicker guys can get to the offensive boards, and that's exactly what's happened. You get in a half-court game, and the Lakers are just going to muscle you.
Kept alive as Shaw is able to hit. Grant deflecting it away from Outlaw. So the Lakers down by 7. Foul against the Lakers. Hugh Evans with the call. So Hugh Evans now working with George Tolliver. And Derek Richardson subbing for the injured Jess Kersey. Foul committed by O'Neal. You can see that Derek Richardson has his pants clipped, as Jim mentioned.
I'm sure Jess Kersey's happy for showing that.
He's wearing Jess's pants, which were a little larger than Derek is accustomed to. There it is. I believe that's an NBA official clip. The Los Angeles Lakers at 36-18. They've won 3 in a row, 8 of the last 10. And they come in tied for 5th place with Sacramento. Offensive foul is called on Brian Shaw. Only a game and a half behind the leaders of the West, the Utah Jazz. Oh, nice move by Miller, and he challenged O'Neal. Shot clock at 5. Penberthy had to force it, and he drew the foul. It's on Armstrong.
Now that's a bad play by Darrell Armstrong. A great defensive sequence by the Magic, forcing him to Penberthy to try to beat the shot clock. And the one thing you don't want to do is foul a jump shooter, especially Mike Penberthy, who really struggled in that first half. He was 0 for 4 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3, had 3 fouls. So now you allow an excellent free throw shooter to go to the line and maybe get some rhythm.
He's an 88% free throw shooter. Mike Penberthy, a rookie from the Masters College. Just outside of Los Angeles, played a couple of years in Europe. A long shot to make this roster, and he has been getting playing time. He's just recently off the injured list. Here's Miller. Oh, good hustle by DeClercq, but not able to save it.
I just saw Doc Rivers, and he yelled out at Mike Miller, "You keep shooting the basketball." Andre DeClercq here with an excellent hustle play, goes right into the stands. The ball was already out of bounds, but Doc Rivers yelling at Mike Miller, "Don't you stop shooting the basketball."
He's 5 for 15 from the field. Got off to the good start, but has cooled down. Horace Grant and Tracy McGrady on the rebound. McGrady, and they get the new 24. DeClercq sent the pick. The Magic looking to talk it over. Timeout is taken with 8:28 remaining in the third, and it's Orlando up by 5.
We love this game. We love the Lakers.
This is Brett. What are you doing? What are you doing? Just watching the market recap, drinking an import. That is correct. That is correct.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Hey, Brett, who's that?
Hey, Chad, pick up the cordless. Chad here.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
NBA on NBC is brought to you by Chevrolet. If only everything was as dependable as a Chevy, Chevy will be there. By Brewery Fresh Budweiser, the official beer sponsor of the NBA. By CSFB Direct. Invest online with CSFB Direct. And by Nike. Shaquille O'Neal, who spent his first 4 years with the Orlando Magic as the starting center. These days, John Amici and Andrew DeClercq have been the starters. So very big shoes to fill since the departure of Shaquille O'Neal. Ronnie Cycli had 115 starts. You see Amici with 62, followed by Isaac Austin and Michael Goliak. And then DeClercq with 25 starts. Remember, David Vaughn and Derek Strong got a couple of starts at center, as did Horace Grant, Felton Spencer.
Well, they thought they had that center position this summer. They thought they were going to be able to lure Tim Duncan to Orlando as a free agent. That did not happen, but they were very fortunate to get Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady.
A lot of speculation that Antonio Davis, who made the Eastern All-Star squad, ended up as the starting center, having an excellent year with Toronto, could be headed to Orlando.
Well, you can imagine if they can get Antonio Davis and Grant Hill comes back healthy with McGrady playing this way and Mike Miller's improvement, they will be a team to be reckoned with in the Eastern Conference.
Nice play by DeClerc. McGrady for Miller. Orlando with a 58-51 lead.
But when you were struggling from the field and you'd love to get a layup, and Miller was 0 for 4 in the third quarter after going 5 for 11 and a half. He gets a layup. Let's see if that encourages him.
And off the steal, McGrady.
Wow. Marv, he tipped that ball loose at half court and picked it up, and with one power dribble, got to the front of the rim and just mashed that ball in the basket. And you see once again the Lakers, the turnovers, the pressure from the Orlando Magic. This is what they want to do. Get up the floor, create turnovers, get in the open court, not play a half-court game. And again, this is where you miss Kobe Bryant. He's the best ball handler on their team. You see Rick Fox up the floor trying to handle it. You've got Penn Berthy, Brian Shaw. These guys are not primary ball handlers.
And here's the double on Fox. 9-point Magic lead. O'Neal, it counts, and the foul. Foul committed by DeClerc.
The Orlando Magic defense creates offense. A nice deflection by Andrew DeClerc, always looking ahead. McGrady very unselfishly finds his teammate Mike Miller, who gets his first field goal of the third quarter, and then McGrady. Watch this, one dribble, and he takes off just inside the foul line with the dunk and the finish. So that defense right now, getting them through this tough stretch where they're not shooting the ball well, but they still maintained a 7-point lead.
Jack is now 4 for 12 at the line. Orlando recently has done a good job on the road. They've won 3 of the last 4 away from home. They're 10-15 on the road. O'Neal with rebound number 13. Lakers have won 21 and lost 6. Here at home, they're trailing by 6 with 5 minutes gone by in the third. A nice backdoor pass. Horry finding O'Neal.
That's just great execution. The ball movement from the weak side, strong side of the floor to the weak. Shaq cuts to the basket, and the great bounce pass by Horry right through traffic.
A little history with Robert Horry and the Orlando Magic. You go back to that 4-game sweep by the Houston Rockets, and Horry was able to hit the 3, came up with 8 steals in one game, a finals record. It counts, and the foul. Rick Fox throwing glass and can bring the Lakers within 1.
Well, it's one thing to score on a guy, but watch Shaq after he makes his dunk. Andrew DeClerc comes into the picture. He actually is going to kick him in the face, so you add insult to injury. And then Rick Fox, one of the few fast breaks the Lakers get. He feels the contact, kicks it off the glass, and a 3-point play, and the Lakers now only down by 1.
Yes, Fox hitting the free throw. It's a 60-59 Magic lead, 8-0 run for the Lakers.
But again, look where Shaq is, right underneath the basket. No place to go for the Magic. They cannot get anywhere near the basket. That's why they missed the big guy, Marv, who can shoot the basketball. Shaquille is going to stay underneath the basket. I'll tell you, Don Reed is not going to back down from Shaq. I know how big and strong Shaq is. That guy is a quiet guy. But again, look where Shaq is, right underneath the basket. He doesn't have to respect the outside shooting. Don Reed goes back for the ball along with Shaquille O'Neal. They'll jump it up and a little extracurricular afterwards as Don tries to shake the ball loose from Shaq.
Doug, you mentioned he's a quiet guy. What was the nickname that he had in Detroit?
I called him Chief, you know, because of the guy on One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He was a basketball player, never said anything until Jack Nicholson finally gave him some gum and he spoke. And we found out that he actually could talk. But what one of the nicest guys and one of the most vicious competitors you'll ever find.
O'Neal fouled by Reed.
And that's what he's going to do. He's going to take hard fouls. Don Reed knows he might only play 10 minutes, but he might get 6 fouls. And he's not going to give up any layups. Shaq gets him up off his feet, and he realizes you better punish Shaq on the foul because he's so strong, he will take you and the ball right through the basket.
So 2 shots for Shaq. Started 0 for 5. He's hit 4 of his last 7. And there's the man you mentioned. This one of the stars of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That's one of my favorite movies. Jack Nicholson, there he is.
You ever think you'd be tying in Don Reed and Jack Nicholson?
Yeah, that's a strange connection, isn't it?
The game is tied at 60.
You can see what's happened. Doleac is in the game because they need him to make some outside shots. But you see what happens. Bo Outlaw's in the game, so Shaq is going to guard Bo Outlaw.
McGrady drawing the double. And resets. Working on Shaw. Shooting the jumper. And hits. Wow. Tracy McGrady able to shed the double. And then getting the single coverage. Hits the jump shot. Draws the foul. That's the second on Shaw.
Now watch how quick he goes and elevates Brian Shaw with a hand in the face. Hits him on the wrist. A great concentration. And the Magic really needed that. The Lakers were making a little push. Magic struggling to score. No turnovers during this stretch. No easy baskets. Once again, Marv, if they get into a half-court game, the Magic will struggle to score against this defense.
3-point play by McGrady. The Magic up by 3. Here's pressure on the ball. They surround Fox. Penberthy for 3. He is now 0 for 5. 0 for 4 from downtown. Outlaw. Nice push by Armstrong.
You know, running is a mindset. You don't necessarily have to be fast. You have to be relentless. And that's what the Magic do. Outlaw is going to change into the floor. Every time, he might not get it 5 or 6 times, but he will always keep running.
So Shaq gets the roll. He now has 25 points, 65-62. Orlando, they have led by as many as 11. Just under 5 to go in the third. Miller. Doleac rejected. Doleac gets it back. Outlaw with a rare outside shot. And that's the reason you do not see that outside shot frequently.
Well, he had to. The shot clock winding down.
O'Neal with a good catch and trying to put it down as he was fouled.
Marv, which style is going to win, the speed or the power? This is the speed. Darrell Armstrong, the push. Bo Outlaw, the finish. Or is it going to be the power of the Lakers? Half court, pound it into Shaq, go up, power finish. Now, he dunked that ball so hard that he grabbed the net and the ball popped out. That ball has to go cleanly through or it will not count. Now, Mark, when he dunks this basketball, watch what happens. He's going to grab the net, and he's going to pull the net together, and when it does, that ball pops out. That ball has to come through cleanly, or the shot will not count.
And O'Neal now 5 for 15. Oh. This time tried to go the line drive route, but the Lakers get the possession. O'Neal. So Shaq gets 2 the conventional way. He has 27 points, and Orlando's lead is 1. They double up on McGrady. Shot clock at 5. Doleac with a good catch. Fox stopped by McGrady. Penberthy picked off. Penberthy has had a very long afternoon and evening here at Staples. Doleac.
Yes. Well, Michael Doleac needed that. Marv, you and I spoke at halftime. Doleac was 3 of 9. And I thought what happened in that first half, he was so aware of catching and shooting before Shaq got to him that he was mishandling and not getting any clean looks at the basket. But once again, when the Magic get in trouble, it's their defense. They force turnovers. They get out. The Lakers can't get back. Shaq is guarding Doleac. He can't get to him. He finally gets an open look, and he buries it.
Kevin, I'm going out. Remember, when the guy comes to fix the dryer, tell him it doesn't dry. If your mother calls, find out what flight she's on. Otherwise, we won't know where to meet her. Dinner's in the oven. Turn it on at 5.
Eat a Wendy's honey ham and chicken sandwich and something happens. That delicious combination of a whole breast filet, honey ham, and creamy Dijon sauce makes it difficult to pay attention to anything else.
And I told the neighbor you'd feed their cat. If you have a minute, honey, the back door's stuck open.
Come in.
Wendy's honey ham and chicken.
Lunch, anyone?
This is the all-new Silverado Heavy Duty. The most powerful heavy-duty pickup you can get. And the 2001 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Silverado Heavy Duty. More truck from Chevy.
On March 16th. They sent their top marksman. He's come all the way from Berlin to stop you. The trap will be set.
How are you going to find this soldier?
I'll fix it so that he finds me.
And the duel begins.
If you kill him, you can win the war for us.
Joseph Fiennes, Jude Law, Rachel Weisz, and Ed Harris.
Where is he?
He's dead. He isn't dead. Because I haven't killed him yet.
Enemy at the Gates. Rated R. Friday, March 16th.
You know, I've heard a lot of motivational speeches in my life, but nothing quite like this. Make a career of humanity, and you will make a greater person of yourself, a greater nation of your country, and a finer world to live in. These are the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., whose accomplishments are an inspiration to us all.
Davis Love, David Duval, Greg Norman, Ernie Els, and more. The PGA Tour's Southern Swing on NBC starts with the Genuity Championship next weekend. Have you ever heard of a backside rodeo flip with a tail grab? You will after next weekend. The Chevy Truck U.S. Snowboard Grand Prix, next Saturday on NBC.
J.R. Ryder checking in for the first time in this third quarter. Phil Jackson choosing not to start him at the beginning of the second half. He did bang his knee in the second quarter when hobbling off, but here he is back on the floor in the backcourt with Mike Penberger. Devin George up front now with Robert Horry, Shaquille O'Neal. Shot clock is down to 5. Horry for 3. O'Neal with the rebound, looking for position, and he was pushed.
He is just so powerful. The Magic actually had inside position. Michael Doleac and Shaq just went up and took the ball away from him. Good ball movement out of the double team, and Robert Horry misses it. But you see Shaq right there, just between two Magic defenders. Doleac reaches in and he gets a foul. Shaq 5 of 16 from the free throw line. And the Lakers are so struggling at that line. When you look at the stats, Marv, it's interesting. Orlando's taken 72 field goal attempts to 49 for the Lakers, so they've taken 23 more attempts. But it's the free throw line that the Lakers have not been able to cash in there, and that's been the difference in the game right now. Shooting 35%, but they have 23 more shots, so they're still winning the game.
Shaq continues to change the trajectory. Just went with the line drive, and it worked.
Well, I think a lot of that is just he gets in stretches where sort of like a golf swing. You make one bad swing and a 2 or 3 follow. I think that sometimes happens with Shaq. It's like he gets back into breaking that muscle memory of when he shoots them poorly. He usually shoots a line drive, Marv.
Foul on Devin George. That is his third, Lakers' third team foul. The numbers for Shaq: 29 points, 16 rebounds, 3 block shots. George defending on McGrady. Illegal defense call for the first time against the Lakers.
Well, Shaquille O'Neal tried to get underneath the basket. They ran and double-teamed McGrady, and Shaq went right underneath the basket, but they did not get to Doliak soon enough, and that's who Shaq was guarding, so that's why they were illegal on that possession.
John Amici getting set to check in. Comes on for Michael Doliak. Doliak with 8 points. The high men for the Magic. Tracy McGrady, 23. Mike Miller has 16. Armstrong now being guarded by Lou. Armstrong able to hit the 3 over Tyronn Lue.
Now remember, we have to watch Armstrong's minutes here. Doc Rivers has talked about buying some minutes to keep him fresh. He's played this entire period. We saw Troy Hudson in the first half. He's already played 25 minutes now. Will he be fresh in the fourth quarter when they need him?
Evan George misfired. We're down to 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. And apparently was the clock was wrong, and they are adjusting it. The Magic upset because they felt they had a fast break going.
Absolutely. I mean, you stop the game. The Magic have a dunk there, and Doc Rivers said, "You got to be kidding me." Worrying about the shot clock on a fast break.
Call made by Derek Richardson, who came out of the stands to replace the injured Jess Kersey in the second half. McGrady with the change of pace and draws the foul. Imagine you sitting enjoying the game.
I was thinking the same thing. You come here and you're relaxing, and all of a sudden you have to go to work.
Evan George picks up number 4.
Mark, it's sort of frightening. You and I have had very similar thoughts today about a lot of things. I'm starting to get concerned.
I would, yes. Well, next Saturday at 3 Eastern, NBC's golf coverage returns as we bring you the Genuity Championship. Davis Love III gotten off to a great start thus far in the 2001 season. Tune in as he looks to continue that momentum against some of the world's best, including David Duval, Ernie Els, and more. That's the Genuity Championship next Saturday, 3 Eastern, right here on NBC. Orlando with a 72-66 lead. Again, the pressure. Ryder just did get it across the 10-second line. O'Neal rechecked it. Armstrong from behind got a piece of it. And a foul on the Magic. All right, take a look at this. That was very close to a backcourt violation.
Well, at 14, it's a 10-second. So in the NBA, the referees don't have to count. So all they have to do is look at that shot clock. And if it gets to 14, and it's a violation, you see the ball just crosses at the 14. It's one thing about the difference between the NBA game with the officiating and the college game. In the college, you have a lot of counting. In the NBA game, they go so much off the clocks.
Mike Miller was called for the foul. So Evan George shooting a second. He's 12 for 20 from the line this season. Monty Williams on the rebound. Troy Hudson is back. It's Hudson handling against Lue.
Here's Hudson being in the game to buy some minutes for Armstrong. Remember now, Doc Rivers talked about in the first half, the last 3 minutes, we want to make our push as the Lakers get tired.
Monty Williams posting up on J.R. Ryder, then Shaq over to help. Amici takes advantage. Good look from Monty Williams. Shaq came out to help, and that left Amici open. Orlando up by 7 with 1 minute remaining in the third. Oh, look out. Amici was clobbered. It's an offensive foul on O'Neal.
John Amici does what you're supposed to do. When Shaq goes over to help, as you talked about, Marv, you cut right to the front of the rim. It's an excellent pass from Monty Williams, but Shaq really punished John Amici in that last possession. Turned, got him right in the face with his arm, and was called for the offensive foul.
For Shaq, his second. Monty Williams, well, he has come off the bench to make a contribution here in this third quarter.
Well, Doc Rivers is getting his wish. That lead now has gone from 2 to 9 here in about the last 3 minutes of this quarter. It's exactly what he wanted to have happen.
O'Neal with the rebound and the foul.
I can't even imagine playing against this guy. First of all, you know he gets knocked around. I mean, Shaq takes punishment, but he also dishes it out, Mark. When you get inside with him, he is so big and strong. He just bowls through Bo Outlaw, and then you try to grab him on the shoulder, and he just powers right through it. I mean, you have to grab him with both arms. Almost has to be like an intentional foul. If you let him get up, you cannot stop him.
16 of his 31 here in the third. And he's hit 3 in a row from the line. He's now 8 for 19. You know, you watch Shaq, and he's at his dominating best here today. And it's just visions of Wilt Chamberlain.
Yes.
His best.
Yeah, he's
who was unstoppable.
There's nobody in the league can match up to him. That's why when he is playing the way he's capable of playing, he's the most dominant player on the floor. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, bad move by Hudson. He lost it and then called for the foul. So that will put Lou at the line. Doc Rivers very upset.
Now remember, last year the Magic had maybe the best backup point guard in the NBA in Chucky Atkins, who came in for Armstrong. Hudson is really struggling. He takes the foul there, fortunately, or Lou would have had a breakaway. But they need someone to give them some help. Now, also, if you have Grant Hill, I happen to think Grant Hill, when he's healthy, is the best point guard in the NBA. And I think next year you're going to see he and Miller and McGrady out on the floor together, which will be unbelievable. Now you bring Armstrong off the bench in a different role with energy. So things will change next year for the Magic as Shaq sits down.
Doug, that was called a clear path foul, so the 1 free throw plus possession awarded to the Lakers. Final seconds of the quarter. Magic up by 5. Here's Lou behind the back to Ryder, and a travel is called. 2 6/10 seconds remaining in the third.
Let's see if the Magic have a set play here to try to get a quick shot. Normally you practice these.
All right, McGrady from center court. After 3 at Staples in Los Angeles, the Orlando Magic 76 and the Los Angeles Lakers 71. We'll be back right after these words from your local station. You are watching the NBA on NBC.
"20 years now, where'd they go? 20 years, I don't know. I sit and I wonder sometimes where they've gone."
Need some help, old man?
My boy, generation after generation. It's good to have someone you can depend on.
The world's greatest athletes playing the world's greatest game are coming to an arena near you. It's the ultimate showcase of incredible athleticism, spontaneous creativity, and uncontrollable excitement. NBA action is now playing, so join the drive for a championship when it comes to your town, live and in person. Tickets are on sale. Go to NBA.com or call 800-4NBA-TICKS.
Dateline Monday. Murder at Dawn.
Monday at 10, getting your taxes prepared shouldn't be a gamble. Big returns if you go one place. Or owe big money if you go someplace else. Monday, NBC 41 News compares tax preparers to see if you are giving more to Uncle Sam than you should. Find out how to get the best deal on your taxes. Monday at 10 on NBC 41 News Nightcast, covering Kansas City in depth.
At GMC, we know what it takes to make a professional-grade truck like the Sierra. That's why our engineers gave it a powerful 270-horsepower Vortec engine, more standard horsepower than either Ford or Dodge. And now our finance guys gave it some numbers that make it more affordable.
Visit your local GMC dealer and get $1,000 cash back or as low as 4.9% APR financing on any 2001 Sierra half-ton extended cab. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details.
So come in while this offer is still around.
Winners Revelation Plus Robert's Big Return. Next, Access Hollywood.
The telecast of the National Basketball Association is intended solely for the entertainment of our audience. And any retransmission, reproduction, rebroadcast, or other dissemination or use of this telecast, or of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited.
Among those on hand here at Staples, actor Don Cheadle, Marky Mark, Mark Wahlberg, Magic, Diane Cannon, Chuck Woolery, game show host,
Seal,
and Ken Norton Jr. And there's Ken Norton Sr. And there's Don King.
Let me see now. We got Don King. We got a fight. We get you and Dr. DeFerty Pacheco back together. Mark, we're all set here. I mean, Jack Nicholson.
Yes. Let's check in with Paul Sunderland.
Marv, Doug, over listening in on the Orlando Magic huddle, and Doc Rivers adamant about a couple of things. One, no more dunks from Shaquille O'Neal, and I'm quoting him now. He looked right at John Amici and said, I know it's a bitch, but you got to hang in. Grab him, wrap him up, send him to the free throw line. He also admonished his team. The Lakers are more aggressive than we are right now. We have to get that back if we want to win this game. Back to you guys.
All right, Paul, fourth quarter is underway, and the Magic up 76-71.
And the Magic have to get a little cushion right now. No Kobe Bryant with injury. Shaquille O'Neal resting. They've got to take advantage of this lineup right now, Marv. Get a lead.
Oh, Matson able to recover on that whip pass. Doc Rivers staying with Troy Hudson. Monty Williams. Matchup continues. Lou on Hudson. Last touch by Ori.
Say, Mark, I've watched Mark Madsen on the two possessions. Anybody cutting through, he puts his body on guys as they cut through the lane. This guy is a punisher out there, so just be aware off the ball. He's going to make contact with whoever he's guarding.
They call him Mad Dog. Amici, a wild shot. And back comes Ryder. Ryder and Lou at the guards. Matson, Ori, and Fox up front. And the foul on Amici.
Watch these two guys, Madsen and Amici. Now, Madsen cuts across the lane. Amici's not going to give any quarter. Steps right in. They bang each other, and there's the foul. We'll have to keep our eye on these two guys.
And that's 5 on Amici. Amici out to help on the double. Shot clock at 5. Ori. Oh, what a shot. A fadeaway bank.
This is shades of San Antonio the other night. When Kobe was out, Shaq was down for a rest. Phil went to his bench. They gave him great minutes. Ori had 10 in the fourth quarter of that game. Shaq came back and finished it off. So the Phil is hoping he gets more of the same today.
The Lakers are within 1. Foul is on Matson. Mark Matson, first round pick by the Lakers. The last pick in the first round. Out of Stanford. He is, as you mentioned, he is a banger. He's all over the floor.
Think about it. You're the 29th pick in the draft. You get a 3-year guaranteed contract. You're the 30th. You get no guarantee. That is a big position to be drafted in.
Hard driving move by Amici, who is fouled. Lakers with 8 unanswered points. To move within 1, foul is called on Matson. So Amici to the line. He's a 67% free throw shooter.
He started out the season very well. His numbers were very good. He got off to a great start, but as the season has gone on, Mark, his numbers have dropped. And I just wonder if he's putting so much pressure on himself after not taking the contract with the Lakers. As his numbers has gone down, is he putting more pressure on himself to perform?
John Amici, a guy really emerged last year following a year with Cleveland after playing overseas. Ryder with an off-balance shot, and the game is tied at 77.
Well, Phil Jackson has to love this. His benches come in, the crowd is in the game. Shaq is getting a rest, and they are now tied.
Off the turnover. Lakers with a chance to take the lead. Ori, yes. The Lakers 79, the Magic 77, a 12-1 run by Los Angeles. Timeout called by the Magic.
The Knicks, the Raptors, next Sunday at noon Eastern on NBC.
To be competitive in music, I depend on the freshest information. Word on the street is this thing is really buzzing. I'm waiting on that press release. When I get back, I want to review the sales figures and get the contract out right away. I don't want to miss out on the opening weekend.
When it comes to his investments, Steve Gottlieb chooses CSFB Direct so he can keep up with the market through real-time news and quotes and receive price alerts on all his favorite stocks.
If you want to be in the game, you got to keep your finger on the pulse.
People who know CSFB Direct.
Chrysler and Jeep vehicles continue to receive more and more and more awards. And now it's time to reward you with the Chrysler and Jeep Rewards program. Now for a limited time, get 0.9% APR financing on select Chrysler and Jeep vehicles. Reward yourself today with one of our award winners. And that's better than carrying around any trophy.
There's a new star rising. The fans are raving. This one's going to be legendary. When you're the next big thing, everybody wants you. Even Kobe Bryant. Introducing the next big thing from McDonald's. It's the Big and Tasty.
Nice shot.
Guys, I gotta get going.
No, come on, man.
No,
stay. You gotta stay where you are. Sit down.
Guys, I'm having dinner with the future in-laws across the street. All right. So unless a meteor hits that restaurant in the next 10 seconds, I gotta go.
Well, good luck.
Okay, am I around, right? Yeah.
Got a reason to celebrate? Grab a Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
You guys want to get some wings or something?
Ahmad Rashad in New York. Right now, we want to pass along the latest word on the condition of Shawn Marion, who was injured late in the Suns Jazz game. The report from Lewis Johnson in Phoenix is that Shawn will be held overnight in the hospital. He won't play for at least a week. He has a grade 3 concussion and a sprained wrist. Let's go back to Los Angeles and join Marv and Doug.
Thanks, Ahmad. The Lakers have taken the lead for the first time since late first quarter. They're up 19-17, and the bench has done the job.
Well, I said before the quarter started they had to take advantage of it. Speaking of the Magic, with Shaq resting, and they didn't. Madsen, Lou, Ori, Ryder. A 12-run run total, 8-1 with Shaq on the bench. Now Shaq is rested, ready for the finish, and now the Magic down 2.
This is the finale of our triple header here on NBC earlier at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks defeated Sacramento 88-86. Allen Houston, the high man for the Knicks with 21. Phoenix knocking off Utah 90-80. And we have 9:20 to go here in the fourth. The Lakers up by 2. Amici. Rebounded by O'Neal for Shaq. It's number 18.
I made a little note. I thought for the Magic to win that Amici and Doliak had to make shots today, and they haven't.
They collapse on O'Neal. Fox for 3. Rick Fox has 11. The Lakers have opened up a 5-point advantage. And the foul called away from the ball on Ori.
Well, Rick Fox is playing great basketball. Again, I mentioned in the first half, the last 3 games, he's averaged over 15 points a game. Today, stepping up, hitting big shots. And again, this is shades of San Antonio. Without Kobe to go to break down the defense, they have to stay longer within their offense, and they're counting on Ori and Fox making shots.
Nice pass, and Outlaw is able to finish. Lakers by 3, 82-79.
Can Orlando force some turnovers to get back in the open court, Marv? That's the way they're going to have to use their speed.
Oh, Ori is basically being told by Amici, take the 3. Shot clock down to 5. 3 on the 24. Tyronn Lue from downtown. For Lue, his first field goal. The Lakers have made their last 7 shots. They're in the midst of an 18-3 run. John Amici with the outside touch. He now has 7. So the Laker lead is 4.
Again, that's going to be there. If they post up, Shaq is going to get back and get some help.
Fox will go to the foul line.
The game of basketball, especially at the NBA level, is played out of double teams and inside-out passing. And when you hit outside shots, you open up the entire game. First it was the Lakers and Lou. Then it's the double team. Shaq helps. That's his man, Amici. He's not hit a shot all day long. He finally hits one. And again, those shots are going to be there. Amici's going to have to step up and be willing to take them and knock them down.
Foul by Outlaw, putting Fox at the line. Rick Fox now 1 for 4 at the line of the Lakers, 18 of 36. That, for the most part, due to Shaq and his 8 for 19. So the Magic now down by 5 with the basketball. Tracy McGrady back on the floor. And the foul is called as McGrady saw the opening along the baseline. It's on Fox. So that's 4 on Rick Fox.
Just never ceases to amaze me the ability of these guys to get to the basket. I mean, Tracy McGrady had 3 guys on him and got out of the pack. He got fouled and still got to the other side of the basket.
Amici. Offensive fouls. A charge.
He had just hit a jump shot. You've got to trust that the jumper is there. He tries to drive it, and Ori steps right over and takes the offensive foul. Amici will have to sit down. That is his sixth foul of the game. Goliak coming in. Now he must be able to take some jump shots. Again, because Shaquille O'Neal is going to be right underneath the basket. And there'll be no place for Tracy McGrady to go.
John Amici fouls out with 7 points. Crowd chanting for Tyronn Lue. He's guarded by Boom Outlaw. Here's Lue. And Miller with that one-hand rebound. Again, McGrady draws the double, but they swing it. Miller for 3. Yes.
Well, he has a pretty shot. 6'8". You let him get his feet together. Great rotation. More importantly, the confidence after shooting it poorly in the third quarter to willing to continue to take the shot.
And Doug, one of the quicker releases in the NBA. O'Neal fouled by Outlaw.
When Orlando is at their best, they're getting the ball up the floor quickly. Inside, outside, Outlaw finds Miller spotting up. The Lakers slow on their rotation. That 3 brings it back to a 2-point game. And the Magic doing exactly what Doc Rivers has told them. Do not let Shaquille O'Neal dunk the basketball. The ball goes inside, and Outlaw just wraps him up.
That's 5 on Outlaw. 4th team foul. Make it 13 foul committed by the Magic. Lakers have 4. The Orlando Magic's 2nd in the NBA in committing personal fouls. Here's Fox. Orlando's opponents shoot more free throws per game than anyone. That's certainly been the case here this evening. Goliak. And back comes Shaw. O'Neal ahead of the field.
Shaquille ran at the jump shooter and just kept going. Nobody protect back.
Lakers up by 4. The LA Lakers today playing without Kobe Bryant. He has now missed the last 3 games with a sprained ankle. Oh, Penberthy lost it. Armstrong with the steal and the bucket.
Well, it's been a tough day for Mike Penberthy. You spoke about that. Darrell Armstrong pressuring him all the way up the floor. And again, Kobe Bryant, normally their primary ball handler, not here today. Will that take its toll? And now as we get into the last 5 minutes of this game.
O'Neal going at Doliak. Miller on the rebound. Orlando continues to run. Miller. Well, this time an air ball. Doug, you watch the Orlando Magic, and you get a feeling this is a flashback to the days of the ABA. They just keep coming.
Yes, they do. And they're going to keep shooting, and that's the only way they can win.
Oh, the block by McGrady. Nice recovery by Shaw. So the Lakers now lead by 4. Here's Armstrong quickly to the front court and fires.
There's nobody underneath the basket to rebound. It's the only problem. When you take a quick shot like that, you got to hope you can get somebody to rebound it, and just nobody there but Laker jerseys.
4.5 remaining in the fourth. Nice pass. O'Neal for Shaw. Brian Shaw has come up big again. 14 points. How about Shaq? That's his 6th assist.
Shaquille O'Neal runs out as Mike Goliak shoots a jumper. Nobody protects back. He gets the slam dunk. And then the great pass to Shaw. It's his 6th assist. Remember, he had 7 and 8 in his previous games, playing great basketball, and you're watching the NBA on NBC.
Chrysler and Jeep vehicles continue to receive more and more and more awards. And now it's time to reward you with the Chrysler and Jeep Rewards program. Now for a limited time, get 0.9% APR financing on select Chrysler and Jeep vehicles. Reward yourself today with one of our award winners. And that's better than carrying around any trophy.
Ask a financial advisor about Sun America, the retirement specialist.
Wendy's announces our honey ham and chicken sandwich is back with its whole breast filet, creamy Dijon, and honey ham. And you can thank Dave if you ever see him again. Wendy's honey ham and chicken. It's all the buzz.
Yeah, I'm the ultimate competitor. GOAT, G-O-A-T, etc., etc. Light years ahead of ya. They chose me instead of ya. Corny cats is better to give praise to the greatest. Silence all challengers. LL ambidextrous, switch the left hand on ya. Leave it on the floor, pure, raw stamina. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I said my game's hardcore. Leave it on the floor. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. I said my game's hardcore. Leave it on the floor.
Space.com. Something amazing every day.
Tuesday, Frazier's an hour earlier. He was a natural-born ball player. Sort of. Thrust into the spotlight for the shot of a lifetime. It's an all-new Frazier you can't miss. But will he? Then, on an all-new Three Sisters, Dating Your Dad's Best Friend, Part 2. It's the NBC Spotlight Hour of the Week. Frazier and Three Sisters at an earlier time, 8/7 Central Tuesday.
The NBA on NBC is brought to you by Miller Lite. Grab a Miller Lite. It's Miller time. By Chrysler, we're reinventing the passion for driving. By McDonald's, we'd love to see you smile. And by Gatorade First Quencher. It's in the NBA. Is it in you?
We're on our heels right now. Who has to be on their heels? For us to win, they have to be on their heels. Right now, it's us. We're holding. We're hoping right now. We're hoping we're going to win right now. We can't hope. All right? We can't hope. We got to go after this.
You all right?
T-Mac,
Come on in.
We got to go after this.
Magic head coach Doc Rivers telling his team we can't hope to win. We have to become more aggressive.
Absolutely. So you can live with losing, but only if you're the aggressors. And right now, the Lakers are the aggressors, and they're pushing it right at the Magic, who have no answers.
Miller's pass was picked off by O'Neal. The Lakers able to turn things. They were down by as many as 11. An 18-3 run, including 7 straight shots that went down. Late third quarter, right into the fourth, to give them the lead. They're up by 6. Make it A 94-86 lead.
That stretch when the Magic had the lead and they allowed Shaq to rest, the Lakers went on an 8-1 run. He has come back since then. They have not been able to respond to this heat that the Lakers have put on them.
Armstrong for three. Armstrong is on it. Here's Doliak. Yes. So Doliak has 10.
Now, still plenty of time. The way the Lakers have shot free throws today, it's a 2-possession game over 3 minutes. Orlando wants the Lakers to keep the tempo. They've got to keep pushing them. Hope the Lakers will take some shots and not let it get it inside to Shaq.
Lakers 10 of 14 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Horry fouled by Doliak. So that's 5 on Doliak. Amici has already fouled out. Outlaw and Doliak 5 apiece.
The Lakers are really moving the ball. And Mark, one of the things they've done, remember in the first half how Orlando forced the Lakers to use a lot of shot clock. When they came down, the Lakers went inside to Shaq, really one option, and if he didn't have it, they moved it and they had to take the shot. That time you saw 4 or 5 guys take it, move the basketball, get to the open area, because the pressure of Orlando has not been as good. The Lakers are getting into their offense much sooner.
The bad foul shooting has become contagious. Horry now 2 for 5. Fox is 2 for 5. As you see, the Lakers 19 of 38 at the line. O'Neal 8 for 19. Awful free throw shooting, keeping the Magic in this ball game.
Well, you have to look back on that little segment right there. If the Magic can score.
And Fox and Outlaw will jump it up.
Great hustle by both players. You would expect Bo Outlaw to be able to get this tip, which would give Orlando the basketball back after we come out of this timeout.
2 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the fourth. Lakers 94, the Magic 88.
Obviously, this is top secret, or we wouldn't be here. Till next week, this meeting never happened.
This is go, no-go, folks.
Our product line's mesh, go.
Our growth, your cash flow,
go.
Finance is in.
The street will love it. The press will eat it up.
No SEC issues.
If we do this deal, we'll have 8 server farms, 10 extranets, and 10 different platforms, plus the wireless project.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
And that's when it hits you. You are so ready for IBM.
I had it all planned out, had no doubts. Everything was fine. Met this cutie that thought she knew me. Now, baby, my name's Divine. Before I kicked one line, she gave me her number. I gave her mine. Just got paid, cashed my check. Friday nights on my mind. I'm thinking, go shopping, get with cutie, do my duty. What a good time. To my surprise, my eyes was open to such weekend lies. But now I know, because that night had nowhere to go. After my shower, within an hour, realized I lost my dough.
Chrysler and Jeep vehicles continue to receive more and more and more awards. And now it's time to reward you with the Chrysler and Jeep Rewards program. Now for a limited time, get 0.9% APR financing on select Chrysler and Jeep vehicles. Reward yourself today with one of our award winners. And that's better than carrying around any trophy.
Credit card statements, CD, money market.
Those banks.
They nail us with high credit card rates and pay us nothing on our CDs. There's no escape.
Don't worry, I switched everything to Capital One.
Oh, no.
To the neighbors!
Capital One offers some of the best rates in the nation on CDs, money market accounts, and platinum cards.
What's in your wallet?
That's a pretty impressive stat line if you can X out the free throws. 8 for 19, but 34 points, 18 rebounds, 6 assists for Shaquille O'Neal. And Shaq holds the high for most points in a game in this Magic Lakers all-time series for both teams back in '95. A young Shaq with 46 in an Orlando win against the Lakers. And then last season in the last meeting before today between these two clubs, O'Neal with 39 points, including this sham, forcing overtime in a game the Lakers would go on to win against his former club. Played his first 4 years with Orlando, and you know that He loves to do particularly well against his former team. Meanwhile, Orlando controlling the tip, and Doliak with points 11 and 12 to bring the Magic within 4.
After 3 quarters, the Lakers had 15 turnovers. The Magic were able to run. This period, they only have 1 turnover, so they've taken care of the ball, and that's why they've been able to take over the lead.
Here's the double on O'Neal. Penberthy for 3. Armstrong able to strip Ori. McGrady from downtown. Armstrong keeps it alive. Outlaw pops it out for Doliak. And another possession for the Magic with 2 minutes remaining in the 4th.
Will fatigue be a factor?
Outlaw gives it back. They swing it. Miller for 3. Outlaw try to save it. It'll be Laker ball.
The Magic all over the offensive backboard in that possession. Doliak had a couple good looks at it. Miller had a couple good looks. McGrady could not get anything to go. The Lakers very fortunate there, Marv, as they were able to dodge about 5 shot opportunities as the Magic tried to cut into this 4-point lead.
Orlando now has attempted 94 shots. The Lakers 69. It's a 4-point ball game with 1 minute and 35 remaining in the 4th. A couple of Lakers passing up on shots, and then the foul is called. That's the 15th foul on the Magic, so they are over the limit.
Well, when we spoke to Phil Jackson yesterday, he said one of the things he's seen recently on this trip is Shaq has wanted the ball at the end of the games. He's shooting free throws much better. 8 for 19 today. It's crunch time. Let's see what happens now.
Foul on Armstrong. Well, Shaq, after the poor start, has come on, although he's still only 9 for 20.
I've said if he can shoot 60%, I think you can hand him the trophy because it changes everything at the end of the games. If he's shooting in the 40s, it's a much different team you have to defend late in a ball game.
Lakers 95, the Magic 90. 1 minute 25 remaining on the 4th. McGrady changed his mind on that shot. And a foul given by McGrady.
He got in the air, and I think he really wanted to pass, Marvin. You said he changed his mind, and all of a sudden the passing lanes closed down. Now watch as he takes off. He gets hung in the air, no place to go, and it's just great athletic ability even got him a chance to get that shot off, and then he had to commit the foul. But once again, can the Lakers step up and make these free throws? Ori missed his last 2.
And he's 2 out of 6. Robert Horry, member of that Houston Rockets team that defeated Orlando in the 95 NBA Finals in Game 2 of that. Oh, man, what a brick.
You know, isn't it amazing how contagious shooting is, either good or bad? They shot so well from the field in this period, but they have not been able to make a free throw.
Horry set a finals record at 7 steals in Game 2, 11 3-point field goals, set a 4-game NBA Finals record, and Horry misses 2 more. So the Lakers now 20 of 43 from the line. It will be Orlando ball, trailing by 5.
Chrysler and Jeep vehicles continue to receive more and more and more awards. And now it's time to reward you with the Chrysler and Jeep Rewards program. Now for a limited time, get 0.9% APR financing on select Chrysler and Jeep vehicles. Reward yourself today with one of our award winners. And that's better than carrying around any trophy.
Speed, reliability, performance. The qualities that won Lance Armstrong the Tour de France. Now, they're available in international delivery. Introducing Global Express Guaranteed from the U.S. Postal Service and DHL. Delivery to over 200 countries in as little as 2 days guaranteed. Now, you'll know which team to ride with.
found yourself here? Waiting for the privilege of paying just to get in? That's how people feel when they realize how much they've been paying for internet access. You, on the other hand, are no fool. You log on to the internet using NetZero. It's fast, reliable, and it's totally free. You'll never find a better service. Ever, ever, ever. NetZero. Not just free internet access. The best internet access.
Who else but crazy men would film their crimes?
Two visitors are about to bring America.
I want to know who these guys are, and I want to know now.
To its knees.
They had a video camera, and I just wanted them to get out of here.
In prime time. Now.
If it bleeds, it leads.
Two of New York's finest.
It's going down! Go!
Must stop the madness.
Rule of the hunt.
Robert De Niro. Edward Burns.
You want headlines? You want to be a celebrity? Shoot me!
15 minutes. Rated R. Starts Friday, March 9th. NBC Tonight. Catch 2 episodes viewers voted the best of The West Wing. A special Sunday event.
This is a great job.
The best of The West Wing. NBC Tonight, 9/8 Central.
Minute 18 remaining in the fourth quarter as we welcome you back to Staples in Los Angeles. And once again, a close ball game for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Now, what that tells me is the Lakers have had to play a lot more close games this year than they did last year. Marv, their point differential this year is plus 2.6. Last year, it was plus 8.5. They were the best in the league. This year, the gap has been closed. They've been in much more closer games than last year, but they are winning them, which is a positive sign going into the playoffs.
And in front here today, without Kobe Bryant sitting out with a sprained ankle. Here's Armstrong. It all opened up for Darrell Armstrong.
Now, the fact that Doliak can shoot, Shaq did not want to leave him, so he did not help, and nobody on the weak side stepped over either. So now it's a one-possession game.
Lakers up by 3 as we approach 1 minute remaining in the fourth.
If Shaq catches it, they're going to foul him. You know that.
Well, they did not.
I don't understand that. Even though it was a jumper, you got to make him, he's going to be much more reactive, being able to instinctively turn and shoot rather than put him on that line and make him think about it.
Doliak. Oh, he has, some of his shots have been way off. Miller not able to hit. And Shaw with the rebound. And a foul on Hudson.
Shaquille O'Neal has played a magnificent game today. You know, you talk about the free throw line and how he struggled, but they went inside to him, and you see 3 guys around him. The Magic choose not to foul, and he turns and knocks it down to give his team a 5-point lead. But Shaquille O'Neal talked about before the All-Star game, Mark, that he was going to come back and be a different player. He's going to be more passionate. He was going to be better than he was in the first half of the season. His weight is down. He's playing better. He looks like he's healthier, which is bad news for the Western Conference and the rest of the NBA.
Brian Shaw, 74% free throw shooter, having another strong game at 17 points, 7 rebounds. Let's check in with Paul Sunderland.
Well, Marv, clearly during that last time out, Doc Rivers looked at all of his players, including Michael Doliak, and said, as soon as Shaq touches the ball, you got to foul him. And when Doliak did not hit Shaquille O'Neal, Doc Rivers was beside himself. Back to you guys.
All right, Paul. Well, obviously Doc had the same thoughts you expressed. 36 and 9/10 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Last week, one of their own went down.
Oh, my God.
Monday. As the third watch hunts to find the shooter, a loved one struggles to live.
Bobby, stay with me.
All new Third Watch, The Fallen, NBC Monday.
Attention car shoppers!
Go 5 miles east of the sports complex to Noland Road, and you'll find the Miracle Mile now with over 5,000 new and used cars, trucks, and vans at Cable Dahmer Chevrolet, Champion Chrysler Jeep, Lakeside Kia, Galen Boyer Pontiac Buick GMC, Landmark Dodge, Independence Lincoln Mercury Mazda, Independence Honda, and Metro Ford.
So drive your new car home today.
On the Miracle Mile, Noland Road, Independence.
You witnessed a sensation the first season.
You witnessed a runaway hit with the second season. Now be the first to witness perfection with the highly anticipated third season of The Sopranos, only on HBO. Plus, witness great entertainment with first-run movies and originals. Catch the brand new season of The Sopranos on HBO. Call now.
Get connected to Time Warner Digital Cable and HBO for only $4.95 and receive a $30 rebate. Call today.
Are you uncomfortable when you don't know there is a bathroom nearby? Maybe you have an overactive bladder, that frequent sudden urge to run to the bathroom, and perhaps you don't make it in time. You're not alone. Over 17 million Americans have overactive bladder. Doctors are conducting a research study of an investigational drug for people with this condition. If you have overactive bladder, you should learn more. There are options. Call 1-888-38-STUDY. Make the call that could make a difference.
Tracy McGrady, 25 points through 3 quarters, has not scored here in the fourth. Orlando just used its final timeout. Shaquille O'Neal, 34 points, 13 of 18 from the field, 18 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 block shots. Lakers up by 7, 36.9 remaining in the fourth. All right, save a second. On the roll, maybe.
Set play to get Armstrong a 3.
And hits it. Darrell Armstrong with 15, along with 10 rebounds and 8 assists. It's a 4-point game. Magic over the limit, but give the foul. That'll put Fox at the line. They kept the ball away from O'Neal. McGrady picks up his second.
The set play, you can see Doliak sets a back screen, and Shaq is not going to get out of there to contest the shot, and Armstrong knocks it down again to make it a 4-point game. But when we look at the Magic, they had won 9 straight, and they had done it because they played great defense. Over the last 3 games now, it looks like they're going to give up 100 points in each of the 3 games, which, you know, they don't do well when they give up 100-plus points. But more importantly, now it's going to be their 3rd straight loss. They've got to go to Denver, who's 21-7 tomorrow, then to Phoenix. So as quickly as you win 9, you can lose 5 and be right back sliding in that Eastern Conference. That's how fragile it all is.
And Phil Jackson substituting for Shaquille O'Neal. Here's it from the crowd. It's a 6-point game. Hudson spinning his way. Won't get the call. Will not get the continuation, but he was fouled, and the Lakers are now over the limit. Foul on Horry. So for Shaq and the Lakers, they resume Wednesday in Denver, then next Saturday at Vancouver. Kobe Bryant telling our Jim Gray he hopes to make his return in the game against Denver on Wednesday. Said if this were a playoff game here tonight, he would have played. And now Shaq making his return. Reminder tonight on NBC, it's the Best of the West Wing. 2 episodes that you voted as your favorite on NBC.com. Back-to-back on a special night and time. That's the Best of the West Wing tonight at 9 Eastern, 8 Central on NBC. 18 and 5/10 seconds remaining. Lakers up by 4. Hudson stepped out of bounds. Good hustle, though, by Troy Hudson.
The Lakers are making this an adventure. You get the ball in, the game is over, but Denver, he goes away from the ball rather than to come to meet it. If he comes to meet it, they foul him. He makes 2 free throws, and it's a 6-point game. And for all intents and purposes, the game is over.
And now the foul given by Miller. That'll put Fox back to the line. He's now 4 of 7 at the line.
I think it was smart to hold Kobe Bryant out of this game today, Marv. You know his instincts. He's very friendly with McGrady. They have a nice little rivalry going. You know he would have gone out there, probably pushed himself. This way he gets a chance to rest. You expect the Lakers to win this game at home, and you want him healthy now as they get into this stretch drive. So I think it was good that Kobe made the decision not to play today. Sometimes you push the limits, and you can set yourself back 2 or 3 weeks if you re-sprain that ankle.
Here's Tyronn Lue checking back in for Brian Shaw. So if the Lakers hold on and beat Orlando, they will move within a half game of the Western leading Utah Jazz and Portland Trailblazers.
Well, you and I are going to be on the East Coast the next couple of weekends, so it's going to be interesting to see when we get back to the Lakers in 3 weeks exactly what has changed in this Western Conference. With the standings now from 1 through 5 are 1 game difference. It'll be interesting to see what happens, Marv, in the next 3 weeks before we get back and see the Western Conference again. It
may shuffle 10, 15 times.
Absolutely.
By that point. Foul is called on Lou Hudson to the line. 12.6 remaining. A 6-point Laker lead. And as you mentioned, the Orlando Magic with a 3rd straight loss after winning the 9 in a row and looking to Denver tomorrow night, followed by Phoenix on Wednesday. And Orlando will drop into a tie with Toronto as they jockey for 5th, 6th, and 7th. They also drop a game behind Charlotte. O'Neal with rebound number 19. 9 7/10 seconds remaining. And a foul on Hudson. So the Lakers headed back to the line. Well, at the moment, the Lakers a game behind, but the win here would put them within a half game.
You know, I always look at the loss column, and if you look at the loss column, you got 4 teams really that are only 1 loss behind Utah. And Marv, I had a chance last night. I watched that Portland Clipper game. That was one of the most exciting games that I've seen all season long. The Clippers coming off a trip to the East where they win 3 of their last 7 games. They play well, come in a double overtime, beat Portland. It's the 2nd time they've beaten Portland this year at the Staples Center. So what an exciting and entertaining game that was last night to watch.
They've had some thrilling victories here at home. Beat the Knicks at overtime. Last night, the double overtime victory. Beat the Timberwolves here at Staples. Killed the Lakers by 20 plus. And the foul is called with 5 5/10 seconds remaining. Foul on Lou and Hudson to the line.
Well, maybe this will be a positive for Troy Hudson. We've talked about him struggling, and they need somebody to be able to rest Darrell Armstrong. Even though these are garbage points, maybe it'll help his confidence. Because, again, Mark, they cannot continue to play Armstrong 38-plus minutes. You know, even with all this energy, he is 32 years old. They need to be able to rest him. And last year, Chucky Atkins came in and did such a great job. But he went to Detroit in the sign and trade deal with Grant Hill and Ben Wallace, who went then to Detroit with Chucky Atkins.
Plus, Darrell Armstrong has had the ongoing groin problem. Well, tonight here on NBC on the East Coast, NBC Dateline is coming up next. This game will not conclude. Another foul. 4.9 remaining. Phil Jackson amused.
Doc Rivers laughing over here. He's done these games before broadcasting.
Oh, yes.
He's looking over here like, okay, guys, just keep talking.
Not that we don't enjoy spending the time together here, Doug, but
he knows exactly what's going over here right now.
This outcome has been decided. Rick Fox continues his ups and downs at the line. He's 6 of 10. Robert Horry 2 of 8. Shaquille O'Neal 9 for 21. So the Lakers now lead 106-100. Oh, Penberthy with the steal, and that will wrap it. So the Lakers make it 4 straight wins over the Orlando Magic. Shaquille O'Neal with the big numbers. 37 points, 19 rebounds, 3 block shots, and 6 assists. Tracy McGrady quiet in the 4th, finished with 25. Coming up next here on NBC, except on the West Coast, Dateline NBC, followed by the best of the West Wing. So for Doug Collins, Jim Gray, Paul Sutherland, I'm Marv Albert. Thanks for tuning in. You have been watching the NBA on NBC.
He defies physics. A high-flying showman. With a fear of no one. Vince Carter leads the Raptors. Latrell Sprewell leads the Knicks. A playoff rematch next Sunday, noon Eastern, NBC.
This is Dateline Sunday, February 25th, 2001. tonight. It was supposed to be a glorious day on the slopes.
The thrill of riding is huge.
Then, without warning, this picture postcard becomes an avalanche, and an experienced snowboarder is suddenly swept away.
Luck of the draw, whether you live or die.
Right.
Margaret Larson with an amazing tale of life hanging in the balance. A Dateline survivor story. He's an actor turned activist by the disease he shares with millions.
The opportunity exists to wipe out Parkinson's.